we've all been raised with the mythology of better angels and that people are inherently good and that folks will do the right thing. We've been raised that way. I admit, I grew up on fairy tales. I loved it. I believe that people, if given an opportunity or confronted with themselves, would not want to be that. This is the first year of my life where I was like, during COVID, oh, you actually don't care about anybody's, like, you're gonna not wear a mask. There was a heartbreaking story about a woman whose cousin got married. Her grandmother went to the wedding, came back home and gave her grandfather, who has dementia, COVID. He died today. And I'm thinking about the level of ignorance, and she said everyone at the wedding were anti-maskers. So they didn't care that grandma could, there's no, I'm stunned at the level of ignorance coupled with stupidity, because ignorance is curable. Stupidity, I don't know. That might be genetic. I don't know. You can fix ignorance. Ignorance is lack of knowledge. We all are ignorant about a host of things. But when presented with facts, you no longer have to be ignorant. You can go, oh, that is factual. I'm going to change how I thought about something because I now have a new set of data to put into this computer called the brain. That computes. Wear a mask. That there are so many people in this country that won't wear a mask because somehow it's infringing upon their rights. Not that there's an actual whole ass virus that could kill you and others, and have 250,000 Americans, 1 million children have now COVID-19. 1 million children in this country. That right there underscores even the 71 million who voted for Trump, because it's an absence of wanting to do better and know better. And I'm going to say they're horrible people. And I think that is, to me, is hurtful and stunning, because it's a lot. I used to think silent majority, the most people are good. No, I don't feel that way anymore. And it's sad, but.
I mean, I think it's hard to be good, at least in the way that we're describing it, when you are socialized in a white supremacist society that privileges you, that prevents you from any real competitive dealings in life. You're basically told you are the best, you do the best, and no one can even approximate how phenomenal you are. And then you're confronted with something that is beyond your ability to control. And you literally, I think it creates such cognitive dissonance that people don't know how to react. So there was this nurse who was, she told her story on Twitter, and then there was some reporting about it on MSNBC, where she's talking about the fact that people who are anti-maskers, who believe that this is all a hoax, who believe everything that President Trump has told them, will literally be in the hospital gasping for air, unable to breathe, angry at the nurses for wearing PPE, and will say things like, why are you wearing all that stuff? COVID is a hoax. Literally until they are intubated, that is when they stop screaming, because they are yelling at the doctors and the nurses who are risking their lives to take care of these ignoramuses, until the very end, thinking this is all a hoax. And so self-delusion is a lot easier when your entire life has been predicated on the myth that you are greater and superior, simply because that was a philosophy that was created to justify your ancestral enslavement of African people and the genocide of the indigenous.